This is fresh chai.
Fresh chai.
Fresh almond milk chai. What you got?
I got iced coffee black from Dunkin'. Medium.
Medium. That's crazy. That's a medium.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah. This is
sizing's
like
crazy.
what a large should be, right? And then medium should be this.
Yep.
But then what would be a small?
A shot.
It's hard.
It's just crazy. It's just like that's
It's
like
a lot of
pretty much a
coffee.
venti to me. Like it just about give or take an inch or so.
Yeah. Their large is crazy. It's like
Trenta?
Dunkin's
Dunkin'?
large.
I don't even think I've seen
It looks like a icy, you know, the big icy cups.
Does it have two layers?
Yeah,
like it's like skinny?
it's like tiered.
Right. To fit in your cup holder. And then that's crazy. No need for that much.
That's the large coffee.
This is the chai concentrate by Tazo. It's so good.
So good.
It's delish with the almond milk. I have a great ratio today.
Ooh, I should have done a dirty chai. Ooh, that's nice.
Nice. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
I didn't know I could feel like that.
I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Alex.
That did not sound like me.
And this is Oddvice.
This is Oddvice, and today is going to be a fun episode. We're obviously pre-recording this. This is not live. And it's Saturday, and the sun's out, and one of our friends is coming from Connecticut with her baby and her fiance, and we're going to go hang out at Central Park.
I'm so excited to hold a baby.
Me too. I haven't seen him for a few months, and he's like growing so fast. He just learned how to crawl.
I haven't met him
Orion.
yet. I haven't met him yet.
Yeah.
This is the friend whose baby shower we went to about 8 months ago.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
Maybe
about
a little
year.
longer.
Probably about a year ago.
Yeah. Something like that.
I don't remember how pregnant she was. She was probably like 6 months at the time.
Probably. Yeah. She was locked and loaded, baby on board,
Ready to pop.
ready to pop. We're not ready for kids.
No, but I'm ready to hold a baby today.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
know.
babies.
He's so cute.
Speaking of babies and mothers, happy late Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Mother, if you're listening on Monday, Mother's Day was yesterday.
In
And
America.
Happy Mother's Day to
All
of the moms,
all the mother figures.
everyone who's lost a mom, who's still celebrating today, which I hope you are. Everyone out there.
Yeah, this past weekend, I guess, or no, I'm still in the Bay at this point. I went home to the Bay to see my mom and my sister. My sister has been a mother for 10 years now, over 10 years. And I still have to be like, oh shit, Mother's Day has to do with my sister too. Like she celebrates it.
She's the mom.
She's
Do you
a
know if the
mom.
kids do anything for her?
Yeah, they always like make her something
Cute.
or go get her something or whatever. I know last year, or maybe, I don't think this is last year actually. I think this is a few years ago. You know, my like little shroom figurine house and then my little tree with like moss all over it.
Yeah.
So I got that for myself. I don't know, just like one random time I went to Michael's, and then that Mother's Day, Monica FaceTimed me and was like, dude, look what the kids just got me. They got her the same shroom.
Whoa.
And the same little tree, which was just from like the arts and crafts section of Michael's. They weren't like sold together. They weren't even next to each other.
They just like saw both items and
thought of her.
Oh, I
was
love
like,
that.
Oh, that's cool. When you were little, did you make cards and stuff for your mom?
What did we do? Mother's Day is always, okay, so it's my mom's birthday is April 9th. My dad's birthday is April 25th. Their anniversary is May 5th. And then it's Mother's Day. And I feel like it's all back to back. And I feel like the month of April is just dedicated to my parents.
Yeah, the month of April is, even in like our friend group and shit, like April is just kind of crazy.
There's a lot of birthdays in April.
Yeah.
But we would kind of just like go back to back with celebrating them. I feel like it was always just flowers.
Just like, happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I used to write cards to my mom now that I think about it. And I actually think she still has some. I have to ask
so
her.
Cute. I'm sure she does.
I
If
have
you
to-
did it,
she's
got to still have them.
Yeah. I know I used to write a lot of letters to my Oma. And she still has those like pinned up on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All your little handwriting.
Yeah.
Little kid handwriting.
I did not know how to spell.
That's okay. You were a baby.
Yeah, I
You're a
was a
stupid
baby.
kid.
I was a kid.
Yeah. No, I used to make letters too. My grandma would always like encourage us, like, give us printer paper and be like, make your mom a card, make your mom a card. And I feel like they did that a lot in school too.
Yeah.
Like leading up to it, they were always like, send
it was like a
something home.
holiday.
Right. That, and I remember May Day. Do you remember May Day? And I ask a lot of people about this, and a lot of people don't remember.
What was it? What's May Day?
It was like we would make flowers out of tissue paper. Every class would do it. You would go and put them on other teachers' doors. See,
that doesn't
you
sound
don't remember either.
Well, that doesn't sound like something a Catholic school would celebrate, to be honest. What is the holiday? What is May Day?
I don't. Why? It was just like springtime. Yeah, not the literal term like May Day, not that.
Okay.
It was like spring. Like we would make flowers out of tissue paper and like scrunch them together and make like roses.
I don't know. Maybe
we put them on teachers' doors. Did anybody remember this? Because I think I've even asked Leanna this, and Leanna and I went to the same elementary school from day one.
So you're talking about we did this at Hidden Valley?
Yeah.
I was only there in 5th grade, so
we did it every year. We did it every year.
I don't remember that, Christine.
I'm starting to think I imagined it because you and everyone else.
Maybe you did it earlier.
I swear
like
I did
first,
it every
second,
year.
Third grade.
I swear I did it every year because why else is it so engraved in my fucking
head? I don't know. Of all things.
Right. I don't remember anything from my childhood, but I remember making tissue paper flowers and putting them on teachers' doors, and then teachers would come and thank the class, like, thank you, class.
That sounds like a kindergarten
number
activity.
5.
I can't see us doing that as 5th graders, but then again, like, I also don't remember a lot either. All I remember was the blacktop.
Yeah, I remember choir.
I don't think I had choir.
Oh, I did.
I don't think I was accepted into choir. They probably kicked me out.
They probably like, I think you should try something else, sweetie.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually remember. So I went to a Catholic school from kindergarten to 4th grade, and you have to like audition for the choir, and you go into the church and you go into like one of the back rooms. And
this sounds like the beginning of a terrible story.
Yeah, horror story. And what's the choir leader's name?
Composer?
No, I want to look this up. Choir master?
No,
choir conductor, choir
conductor,
conductor. I don't think maybe that's what we called him. I don't know. But we went. It was a conductor at a piano, and you had to like hold it. You would like say a note and like try and hold the note. And I was probably in like 3rd grade, and he was like, "Okay, thank you," and we just like went back in line, and every person like tried out, but then only a select few actually were able to be in choir. I didn't make it. No.
So it sounds like American Idol.
Literally to be expected.
Simon Cowell comes
to St. Basil's.
Fuck. He's like, you fucking awful.
Randy Jackson.
Oh, yeah, damn near. Yeah, I don't remember auditioning. I just remember like signing up for it. I remember.
Did we have a choir at Hidden Valley?
Yeah, Leanna was in it. We were all in it, and then Leanna had a solo at our recital, and I was just like, "Ha!" in the back. Like,
so you were in it?
Absolutely, yeah. But a lot of people were. I don't think it was like I don't remember trying out. I'll ask Leanna.
Okay. You know what? Was I in it?
We did like.
Did we?
The poodle skirt thing.
I was in that.
Yeah,
I was in that.
Okay.
Yeah,
you were in.
Was
choir.
that like an extracurricular or a class? How did that work?
That was a class.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't do extracurricular. I didn't though. Just thinking out loud, other than cheer. But yeah, so it must have just been a class. Yeah, Miss Vance, was that her name?
That sounds familiar.
And she was like super beautiful and like
I can't remember
she
faces.
like she had like if J-Lo was a good person, she had like her energy. She was like
she gave Jenny from the Block energy.
Not from the Block, no, from Pleasant Hill. like if Miss Honey from Matilda, and J-Lo had a baby, so J-Lo's aesthetic and like what she kind of looked like, if I'm even remembering her correctly, I could be so wrong.
Okay,
but then Miss Honey
was she younger?
She was super sweet. Yeah, she's probably like no older than like 35.
Okay,
she was definitely a younger teacher. I feel like a lot of our teachers were really young.
Yeah, especially at Hidden Valley.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. We don't need to talk about this anymore. Wait, I just remembered my dream. Oh, and now my back's hurting. Do you remember a while ago I was saying I kept having those like repeated dreams of someone like digging their finger into my lower back? I had another one last night for the first time in months.
I hate that.
That's all.
Do you ever get a glimpse of who it is?
Nope. Never. But they're always like relentless about it. Like I run away
They won't stop.
and they're able to keep like running after me and like pushing into my back.
Maybe you should get your lower back checked.
That's what I've thought. Is it like a kidney thing or something?
Is your caffeine hitting you?
Kind of no.
No. Do you want to do a little mixy mix?
A splash.
Literally
a small
splash it.
Yeah. We did this last episode. Remember how geeked I was?
We probably shouldn't be doing this over our $1 trillion motherboard soundboard.
Okay. That's good. Thank you.
That's probably going to taste really freaking good.
Oh, that's fucking delicious.
Ooh.
I am just thinking, pre-recording this, I'm thinking about where I will be at mentally when this comes out, and I will have just had a Disney day.
You're actually, oh yeah, because this is Monday. Okay, yeah.
I just went to Disney, and it was probably so
Disneyland.
fun. And Pixar Fest just started, and they have this new thing. Well, the Pixar Hotel just opened too, and they have like a build your own coffee bar that I want to try. I'm not staying at the Pixar Hotel, but I'm going to waltz over there and at least check it out. And then they have these new ears that you can like build your own ears now.
Oh,
and they're so
about time.
Right. You buy the headband. It's like $10. And then each little, I guess we'll call it an ear, is $11.99. And they're like this big and they Velcro around
Cool.
the headband. You can like swap them out.
I love that.
So maybe I'll do one of those.
Yeah. Can you get me a souvenir?
What do you want?
I don't want ears because I'm not going to wear those on the day to day.
You could.
Will you get me a cute keychain?
A keychain? Okay. Do you
Yeah.
want like a bottle opener or just like something like cute?
Like something cute.
Alex is burped.
Yeah, sorry guys. Or surprise me. It doesn't necessarily have to be a keychain, but something if you see something and you're like, "Oh, Alex would like that."
I'll get you something small so you don't get rid of it.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
Like you have it forever.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like a figurine.
No,
thing that, like-
please no.
A lot of people collect those.
I know.
Like Disney has some crazy fucking figurines.
I don't want a figurine though. I want something like I'm going to use on the day to day, so maybe keychain
Yeah.
or like a cute.
Not a mug. We have so many mugs.
We have so many freaking mugs. You guys, when we moved, we had set everything out on our counters and separated everything so our movers knew what was going to here, New York, and then what was going to Leanna's house. Whoever ended up packing that area of the kitchen didn't like recognize that everything was separated, so they sent everything to New York. We have like 12 plates. We have
I think those are sets of 15, dude. At least. They're stacked.
right. We have 15 big plates.
And then another 15 small plates.
And then we probably have like 20 glasses. You guys, it's just the two of us.
It's fucking crazy. We can have a full sink of dirty dishes, a full dishwasher of dirty dishes, and it still is fully stocked in our cupboards for plates and shit.
We could start a catering company.
Easily. When we even fucking hosted, we had 10 people here for Thanksgiving, it still was fully stocked.
Yeah.
We still had 5 to 6 of everything left. Like,
We don't
it's
need it.
unbelievable.
That's one thing. When we move out of this apartment, we should rid of
yes,
a lot of this.
Yes, absolutely. It's just, it feels greedy.
Yeah, it does. We don't need it.
We do not need that many. And then that's just our plates and cups. Our mugs take up a whole other cabinet.
And a whole cabinet.
Our mugs could supply a whole teacher's faculty room.
A whole cafe.
Yeah.
Literally
a whole cafe. That's crazy. Yeah.
So unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary. We also have a lot of pots and pans and we only use like 3.
And the one that we only use, we always try and use it at the same time.
And it's like,
I'll get up
like
and
we're randomly both hungry at the same time. And
Yeah.
one of us puts it on to start rice or something. And then the other one stands up like, ooh, I'm going to make some ramen. And we're like, oh, sorry.
I got rice going and I'm like, oh.
Gotta wait like 18 minutes now. Yeah. And then we have another pot. It's just our designated Diva Cup boiling pot.
Yes.
So if you're ever at our house, do not touch the silver pot.
No.
That's the rule of thumb here.
There's been a couple times where I've been so hungry and like you have like quinoa going and I'm like, fuck, that's gonna take 30 minutes. And I'm like, should I just like clean it real good?
I know. Well, it is sanitary.
Clean.
It's literally
just,
boiled.
It's a mind thing.
100%.
And it's the only thing that
we ever use.
And my theory is, I don't know if you do this too, but when I clean my Diva cup, I like picture everything on it, like separating from the Diva. Sorry if this is so
whatever.
graphic.
Grow up.
Separating from the Diva cup and kind of like floating around in the water and then adhering to the sides of the pot.
Yeah.
And when I'm done with the pot, I give it a quick rinse.
Yeah.
And then throw it back. Like,
but it's boiled.
Yeah.
Like boiling kills everything.
It still is what it is, though.
Again,
even if
I mean, I'm not eating out of it either. Like, trust me, I'm not saying we need to ever eat
It's
out
totally
of
a mind thing.
it. It is. It's just the idea of like its job.
It's like how they say toilet water is clean.
Because it's just the tap.
Yeah.
But like you still got poopy flakes up in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. They say the water's clean, but I'm like, what about when the water touches the rims of the bowl that have poopy flakes?
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't think Diva cups are as gross as poop.
They're not. But it's still.
Is blood sanitary?
No. Blood holds a lot of.
I know it holds like diseases and shit, but does it hold bacteria the way like poopies do? You should ask
Probably.
your aunt.
She would know. I'd hope she would know.
Her aunt's a doctor. That's not just like
she's a nurse.
Okay.
She's a
dis.
Well, she's not a doctor.
I know, but that's like I feel like whenever people are like, "You're a nurse," it's like, okay, well, fuck me.
No, but she is so smart.
The amount of times that she's
You've
calmed
texted her.
my anxiety when I'm like, I have like a new freckle or like something like I have like this dark spot in my lip. Don't worry, it's just a sunspot. But when I first saw it, I was like, I have to get my face removed. Like something huge. She's helped me with a lot of my stomach ache things.
She has a lot of answers. She
Yes.
has been a nurse for the past 30 something years, probably.
I feel like by that point you're a doctor, right? What's the difference of studies? Do you know? Is it just more in depth, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can do a lot more.
Right.
Like you can prescribe, you can
Oh yeah, nurses can't prescribe.
RNs actually, I don't know. I'm saying, you guys, I know nothing.
I don't know anything.
I don't know anything. I just Googled, does blood hold bacteria? The presence of bacteria in blood is an unusual event because most. Sorry guys, I used to have a lisp. Okay, blood has always been considered free from microbes, but obviously if you get like a cut or something and get bacteria, that's when it causes infection, whatever. But
blood
for the most part is bacterialess.
So it's clean, but I don't know about period blood. I don't know if there's a difference there.
Right, and it still holds diseases.
And if it's passing through your vaginal canal where you also might be having sexual partners that might have bacteria on their fingers or body parts, whatever you're doing, then it's going to touch that and then you die.
Right.
So don't have sex.
What is this episode about?
We were going to talk about kids. Maybe we should now. Should we get into it?
Yeah.
This is a good
segue.
good fork in the road.
Yeah, because we don't know anything and we're still kids.
Yeah. And that's today's episode. We wanted to talk. At first, we were like, should we do something like Mother's Day related? And we were like, we're not moms.
No.
And we don't know what to say about that. But we are kids of mothers. So I thought we'd talk about
what it's like to be a kid.
If you guys didn't know. Literally everybody listening knows. This is so stupid. Okay. But yeah, just like stupid shit kids do. And like, I don't know, like obviously.
Start with your 420 story. Wait, was that 420? Yeah, that was 420.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. This is kind of like where the episode stemmed from. So we told you guys last episode what we did on 420. We were just like out on the town, whatever. Just like slowly day drinking, whatever. We were walking and there was this kid in front of me and I 100% accidentally, like capital A, accidentally gave him a flat tire. This kid's probably like 6.
If you don't know what a flat tire is, it's when you are walking. I mean, probably.
No, someone responded, guys. This is weird. Someone responded to my story the other day. I had like an arugula salad, steak salad, and they were like, "What's the green stuff? I've never seen that before." So yes, if people don't know what a arugula is, they probably don't know what a flat tire is.
Right. A flat tire is if you're walking behind someone and you accidentally get too close to them and you're
Tickle 'em.
I can't.
Explaining it weird.
Am I?
You get too close to the.
Well, that's what happens. Your
like
speed.
step.
You step on the back of their shoe so that it comes off of their foot.
It's the worst feeling.
It's the worst thing.
I always feel so bad. So I did it to a 6-year-old. And this kid was pissed. So please enter photo on screen. So this kid's holding mom's hand and he would just like whip his head back, look at us, dirtiest
Still,
look
like,
you've ever seen.
Walking.
Yeah,
you know
still,
when, you know when kids are holding their mom's hand and it's almost as if the mom is like holding their full body weight, so their feet are kind of
just like galloping.
That's what he was doing.
That's exactly what he was doing. And he kept just like looking like dozens of times over and over again, like say something at this point.
And it was me, you, and my boyfriend, and we were kind of, we were really
buzzed.
Yeah, we were buzzed at this point. So we were clearly like dying laughing, and he knew we were like clocking him, turning around, so he kept doing it and like kept. And he was wearing he had a hood on.
When he would look back, half of his face would be covered by the hood, and then he'd swivel back. And then all of this was just so funny because he was also wearing Yeezys, but like 2014 Yeezys, like old Yeezys. It was so funny.
It was so funny.
We had to stop and just like let them walk way more ahead of us because we could not stop laughing. Oh my God. No, kids are just so funny. And like, even after, so the next day, Alex and I went down to get our teeth impressions for our grills were getting made. And when we were getting ready to leave, I was on FaceTime with my niece. She's 7. And she was like, "What are you doing today?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm about to head down to Soho with Alex. We're going to get some grills." And she just like kind of looked at me like silent for a second. She was like, and also like, it's the cutest thing because she like can't fully say her R's. So she was like, "Why are you getting grills if you have an oven? You know, you could just use your oven, right?" But like so serious. I was like,
dead ass.
Yeah, you're right.
No, you're right.
You're right. We don't need to go.
We don't need a girl
we
anymore.
Don't need a girl anymore.
Oh, kids are just so like, what do you know?
Nothing. And that's what's so cute.
But then they also, they're
so intuitive.
Yes. And it's so simple that they almost know everything.
Because they
don't overthink.
They don't overthink. They go back to basics and they purely live off top of mind feelings, which respect. That's so authentic.
Yep.
They are their authentic selves all the fucking time.
Yeah. And then unfortunately they're ruined once they hit the ripe age of like 13.
Exactly. And then like, if I could sum up at least my life so far, I feel like it's been, as a kid, you are yourself, whatever. And then when you start growing up, it starts getting rained on by like insecurities, just like the natural progression of growing up, societal pressures, yada, yada, yada. And then into your adulthood, all you try to do is go back to your inner child.
Yep.
Like, why isn't society just
letting you
embracing children the whole time?
Yes.
And letting you keep your imagination. Like, that's a big study is imagination. People are like,
yeah, you lose it.
But it's like, it's part of the brain forever. You
don't practice it anymore.
Exactly.
Because people shit on having an imagination.
Because it's just like La La Land and whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No. So we're about to shit on children.
Yeah, because they're stupid. So yeah, for today's episode, we want to go through, we found a Reddit thread called "What's the Dumbest Thing You Believed as a Kid?" And we're going to go through and read what all these people said. And then maybe at the end, I feel like we could talk about some things that we believed as a kid, because that was kind of what started this episode.
Like I used to think that blank.
I think I was saying that we were talking about sex, and I used to think people had sex through their belly buttons.
Oh,
yeah.
I used to think they just laid next to each other.
They do.
That's
it. That is what happens.
Yeah. I used to think it was like Barbie and Ken.
Like they literally just like touch.
Yeah.
Laid in the same bed, and then there's a baby in your belly.
Yeah.
I think I thought belly button because the baby goes in your belly. So I thought it was like direct.
Oh, like insert.
Yeah.
Right.
Insert baby here.
Insert baby. You did that too.
Around the belly button. Oof. You go first.
Okay, this one's kind of silly. This kid thought that teachers sleep at school.
Oh, like they live there?
Like they live at school. You know what?
I think I've thought that.
Yeah, that feels natural because they were always there so fucking early. So early. And like teachers were never late. We got to give teachers more credit.
Dude, I fucking know.
They're never late. They never call out.
Nope.
From a child's perspective, it seems as though like the physical school in that classroom is their life.
100%.
Which it is, but it's also like so sad that we only see them in that light.
Yeah. But also like I've met teachers our age.
Right.
That like party on the weekends.
Exactly.
And
like they have lives outside of school.
Right.
But when you're young, you just see them as teacher.
It's like in cartoons when like that one character only ever exists behind like the cashier's table. So you only see like the upper half of their body and they just exist there 24/7. Yeah. That's actually what I thought teachers did.
Yeah.
They just like.
They're just teachers.
Yeah. That kid's valid. This one said, for some reason, I thought every car that was made had to do a crash test. Probably because my dad told me that our car had a very good rating in the crash test. I was just amazed by the fact that all cars were repaired so well before being sold. That's crazy.
That's so funny.
I didn't think that.
No.
That doesn't even make sense.
Every car.
Wow, it looks not a scratch on this thing. That's so good.
This one's good. I had no idea that morning sickness was associated with pregnancy. My coach was concerned when I shrugged my shoulders and stated that that's what was probably causing my sluggishness at football camp practice.
Oh my God. Calling it morning sickness.
Yep. Morning sickness.
They were probably like, do I need to call HR? What do I do? Like,
and football camp practice, like I'm making the assumption that this is a guy.
Right.
And for
they were probably like,
morning sickness.
I don't think that's how it works. Wait, sorry. I just found one. It says, I thought sex was literally sleeping next to one another and making moaning sounds. And then someone said, I thought sex was making out with your shirt off, but not pants off because that would be gross. I remember thinking making contact was sex. I bumped a girl with my pelvis dangerously close in elementary and I was scared she would get pregnant.
Oh,
that's actually really sad.
That's a really bad fear. Okay, this one says, I used to watch my dad go to the ATM, look at the receipt, and get grumpy/frustrated. I knew how bank accounts and ATMs worked, but the kid logic part of my brain figured that they also kind of worked like slot machines, in that when you conducted some transaction on them, you got that slip with 3 icons on it. If you got one with 3 cherries, for example, you would take it inside and they would deposit $50 or whatever into your account.
I wish.
I figured he was frustrated because he kept losing all the time. I even asked him a few times when he was looking at the receipt, did you win? And he was like, no.
Oh, that's so cute. That's imagination right there.
Yes.
My mom always made me very aware of what the bank was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
She would like, even before I even had a fucking bank account, she would like tell me to go to the ATM with her. I'd like go with her up to it. And she'd be like, okay, if you're ever here, like she would teach me about like the mirror strip above and how to like look behind you and make sure nobody's like coming up on you and like hide your pin. And
wow, I love that.
So ATMs to me, she kind of, honestly, Mom, you kind of made me scared of them for a long, even till this day. When I use them, I'm like checking left and right. She would just
really drill it in.
Yeah. Banks freaked me out too.
Yeah.
Because when I would go into them to like visit her at work, or if she was popping in to grab her paycheck and she brought me, she'd be like, okay, be quiet. And she always said, I can't say BOMB. I don't even know if I can say it on a podcast. But yeah, she's like, don't ever say that. First of all, why would you think I'm going to say that?
Yeah.
And now that you told me not to say it, I
really want to say it. You really want to say it.
She would say like, never say that. And like, I don't know.
My mom worked in a hospital growing up. And I always remember me and my dad used to go during lunch, and I would eat lunch in the cafeteria of the hospital. We would meet her for lunch because, oh my God, Kaiser Vallejo's cafeteria.
It's probably so good.
Fire. Like people used to go there for lunch.
It's like nice.
Literally. So we used to go there and meet her for lunch all the time. And I remember thinking like the hospital was like normal to me. And I've never been afraid of a hospital because I've grown up like going to hospitals.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm still afraid of them.
Hospitals?
Yeah. And even when I was in one recently visiting someone, I was in the cafeteria like grabbing food, and I remember thinking like, am I gonna get sick?
Oh.
Like, is there germs everywhere? Like, hospitals freak me out.
Oh, they're like the most sanitary places.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's a mind thing.
fear around it. But
Totally.
you're right. They're super sanitary.
They're
That's why
super-
they smell weird.
They do smell weird.
They got to use that like,
They've always been like oddly comforting to me.
no, not to me.
No.
Anyway, next one. I thought I thought homosexuals were people who only had sex at home.
Oh, valid.
Yeah, that's just context clues at that point. Someone said, I mean, you're not wrong. Have you seen gay people having sex outside?
Exactly.
Someone said, as a gay, just because you don't see us doesn't mean we're not there. Someone said, like in full camo. You.
Oh, wait, no, I put this on the other day, and then I have camo pants too. And me and my boyfriend were going to walk to go get lunch, and I was like, should I wear these like together? And he was like, I'm gonna lose you the whole time.
Oh, he's like, Alex, where'd you go?
Oh, this is a funny one. My dad also made me believe there were little gnomes working in the ATM and vending machines.
I need to message this person because
Did you think that too?
Not to ATMs, but oh my God, I actually have to call Phil. Phil's my stepdad. I have to call him after this. So we had a public storage unit growing up. And when we would go to it to like grab our camping shit or whatever, you like put in your code and like the big gate opens.
Yeah.
And I asked him, how does that work? Like you punch in a code and then like obviously I didn't know like what electronic fucking fences were or gates or whatever. And his delivery is just A1, you know. He was like, oh, there's little monkeys in there that pull a rope to open it. And then, because once you drive in, it closes behind you. And then when
They reverse
it. And I was like, oh.
Like that. So that totally makes sense.
Absolutely. So every time we'd go, I'd be like, oh, the monkeys, thank you. Like,
Oh.
and he never told me otherwise till this day.
So you still believe that?
No, I've learned.
Yeah.
I've learned. But, or he's right.
Probably.
Honestly, public storage would have some weird ass like animal
Weird
cruelty. Yeah, we use miniature monkeys at our gates to conserve energy.
The little pinky monkeys.
Yeah, the spider monkeys or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally believed him. So
That was really mean.
yeah, I mean, that's a bigger time. He sigged on me. Phil did everything he absolutely could to just like pick on me.
Yeah.
But like, I love him. He's an Aries man. You can't
Exactly.
hold him to too much.
Exactly.
This one says that we had to change our names.
I was going to read that one.
Okay, perfect. That we had to change our names during different stages of our lives. Like we have a toddler name, a teenager's name, and an adult name. I remember thinking this because I cannot fathom. My mom's name is Sonia. How did you ever call a little girl Sonia?
Yeah.
That is not a little girl's name. Sorry, Mom.
No.
Like Sunny or something?
I actually think that about Rhonda too.
That is not a little girl's name.
No. It is so
It is so
like,
40 and above.
No, Sonia's like 30s. Rhonda is like 30s to me.
I don't know.
But also it's just that generation.
And maybe
Norman. Actually,
I think that's a little kid's name.
It is. But I didn't think so until my little cousin, he was in, I think it was like first grade, and his best friend's name was Norman.
Okay.
And I remember thinking like, I've never met a little Norman, but like that's what and he was so cute. He was such a cute little kid.
It's a cute name.
Yeah. Norm is cute for a little kid. Norman is cute for a little kid.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't think Norm.
Norm is adult.
He's an adult.
Yeah. I had an imaginary friend. He was a llama, and I would always put him in my hand.
Oh.
And I like, you can ask Leanna. I'd always be like, Leanna, look, and she would play along with me. I don't know if she just felt bad, but his name was Norman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was before I even met you.
Norman the llama.
I manifested a Norman.
You did.
That's the soul tie. It's not us. It's me.
Valid. This one's funny. Okay. This kid thought that the gender of a baby depended on which person was trying harder during sex. And I think I used to think this too.
Yeah,
I used to
don't know. I
think-
never thought about it.
I used to think it was like a race.
Oh,
Like,
the sperm race.
yeah, like who did better.
Score.
Yeah. Like it was a competition. Like whoever
Huh.
did better, that's what it was.
Maybe.
I mean, probably, actually.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Okay, next one. When I was younger, our garage always had a very distinct smell. My parents told my siblings and I that the smell in our garage was the smell of burnt tires because my dad would work on cars and dirt bikes as a hobby. Being the middle child, we always tend to find out the family secrets whether we want to or not. Fast forward to when I'm 15 years old. I'm standing in a parking lot with my mother and two girls I was in a quince with. As we were waiting in this parking lot for our friend who was having the quince, I started to smell burnt tires. I said to my mom that it smelled like burnt tires. My mom and the two girls started chuckling. I was confused to what was funny, but the two girls said to me I was not smelling burnt tires. My mom eventually told me what the smell was, and she tried to convince me my smelling was off. I still put two and two together that night. In short, I was 15 years old when I found out that my dad was a huge pothead and would just smoke pot all the time in our garage. Also, burnt tires and weed should not smell the same.
That's funny.
That's really funny.
That's really funny.
Do you remember like learning the smell of weed or
Yeah.
did you
I
just
just
know it was weed?
I knew it was weed, but I knew it smelled like skunk.
Yes.
And I remember thinking like, okay, is this skunk or is this weed?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember it smelling like skunk, but I always knew the difference because like my family was just weed
Right.
smokers. So like I don't know, but the first I don't know. Sometimes they would try and hide it, but like that doesn't work. Sometimes like you have to
No.
hide it all the time.
Right.
So like they
Like
would
once you know, you know.
right. And then I remember times of them being like, oh no, it's a skunk or something, and I'm like, there's smoke in the air.
Right. I remember my dog, Tucker, I think it was, when he was a puppy, he got sprayed by a skunk.
I remember.
Do you remember that?
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, we had him in the tub and we were trying to
Did you,
like
ketchup too.
Yep.
You tried ketchup or
yeah,
something.
we tried all of it, and I remember thinking like, oh, this smells like weed.
Ooh, he smokes. Tucker smokes.
Okay, this is one that I also thought was true. That actors/TV characters would have to come back into a studio for each rerun of a show/movie. I would always be so amazed that people would have the time to go into a room with a camera multiple times a day just so I could watch them do the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
I think the concept of recording something didn't exist in my brain.
I still kind of don't get it.
Yeah.
It still blows
It's-
my fucking mind.
You know what still blows my mind is like DVRing something. How I also still don't understand how vinyl records
No,
play a song
that is magic.
and it's just
On a little squiggle.
they all look the same. They all look the same and it's music.
It's like a fingerprint though. Like they're all just their
Yeah.
own thing. But
But
don't get me started.
how? And
And
even
the
like
words.
and even like this, like how is
How is it picking up our
how is
audio?
my voice traveling through a wire and being recorded onto a little metal disc? Where's it living? Where's my voice on that little metal disc?
I don't know. I don't understand how photos work.
No.
Like I've tried to understand it too, like capturing the light and the negative, and then when you develop.
But like
No,
how?
I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. We're actually recording this live right now.
We don't record anything.
I would think people were in TVs too.
Me too.
People were in TVs. And I know this is a common one, but I remember thinking like black and white films. That time, everything was black and white.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't think it was color. And then one year, actually,
Recently.
this past year, I was probably like maybe like 6 or 7. I was young, and I was on the phone with my dad, and it was Christmas Day, and we were talking about like what we got for Christmas, whatever. I was like, "Oh, what'd you get?" And he's like, "Oh, I got a color TV," and I was like, "Oh, really? What color?"
Aw,
And everybody laughed at me. Thank you for saying "aw," because I think that is cute.
that's so cute.
Everyone, my mom she's probably laughing, listening to this right now, laughed at me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a cute
Valid question.
Yeah, that's a valid question.
I didn't know what a colored TV was. And
Right.
now I understand.
As a kid, you know what? I used to have a pink TV.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew there were colored framed TVs.
Yes.
Whatever, man.
Parents are rude.
Rude.
Okay, here's the next one. Not me, but my brother was convinced for a few weeks that some cows had longer legs on one side of their body so that they could stand on hills.
Makes sense.
This totally makes sense. I didn't think exactly this, but I always wondered how they didn't look like they were standing sideways or like tilted.
And maybe we're thinking the same hill. I think it's maybe like on the way to Livermore or something.
Yes.
And I remember driving past it as a kid and being like, oh, the goats.
On the way to Antioch.
That's it. It's on Antioch. All the goats on there that they'd let out to eat all the weeds.
And they're just like, how do they?
How? I don't know.
It's a steep hill.
I think that guy's right.
Right. That's evolution for you.
Yeah. Okay, next one. I grew up near a nuclear power plant.
Oh, God.
Which 4-year-old me thought was a cloud factory.
Oh, no.
My parents didn't take me to church, but I knew that people went to church to worship God who created the world. I was also a huge fan of the Care Bears at the time who lived in the clouds. What do 3 random tidbits about myself have to do with this question? Well, 4-year-old me came to the conclusion that the Care Bears go to church and worship the nuclear power plant as the creator of their world. This was perfect logic to my tiny toddler brain.
That's so valid.
That is so cute.
Oh,
I love that.
I loved the sun baby in Care Bears.
That was
Teletubbies.
Yeah, that thing was weird.
Oh, I loved the Teletubbies.
We didn't grow up near a nuclear plant, but we grew up near the refineries. And I remember we were driving one time and I asked my dad, like, what is that place? And he said, that's the amusement park.
Oh.
I thought it was the amusement park. And then I remember
Did you ever like want to go?
Absolutely. And then I remember when I went to Six Flags, that was the first amusement park I'd ever gone to. I was like, oh, this is sick. And then I would always drive past and be like, that's different vibes.
So different.
Different rides there.
Oh my God. They kind of look like an amusement park.
Exactly. It had like the stairs going up and then the stairs going down the big barrel.
Yeah. Like it looks like Marine World in Vallejo.
Just like gray.
Literally.
Yeah. So I guess he's not wrong. I think he just didn't want to explain what it was.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
a
easier
lot
to say.
I hope that when I'm a mom, when my kids ask me something, I want to take the time to actually tell them exactly what things are.
Yeah.
Because I've had that thought too. Like parents do, that's such a natural thing to like tell a kid that something is something else just to like give them an answer.
Yeah. Parents assume
that kids
the
won't
kids
get it.
won't understand the full answer, the real answer to things.
That's one thing that I've always like thought about when I become a parent. I want to take the time to give them full length answers.
Mm-hmm. You will. You said, I hope, like you will.
Well, you know, I feel like
they're fucking annoying me.
Right. I feel like it's natural for parents just to
like brush it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that comes with like not being present with your kid. Like I feel like a lot of parents, at least our parent generation, I feel like they didn't think about like the real development of kids and how like they are just mimics of you and like sponges. I feel like since they had to do a lot of growing up on their own from like our grandparents' generation, they just like push that onto us. Whereas I feel like our like millennials turning into parents now, I mean, they've been parents for years now. My sister has a 10-year-old. She's very aware of like, oh, this is like a impressionable life.
Right.
Like I will explain everything. And Monica even does that. She'll explain everything in a digestible form. Because sure, there are a lot of things the kid's not going to understand. But like finding an easy way to explain it. Like it's
definitely a generational thing.
Yeah. Like they don't have the patience for it. It's rude.
Okay, this next one I also believed was true. I didn't know cars have a turn signal lever. So I thought the car knew where we were going.
Aww.
I thought the car would use the arrows to tell my parents where to turn. And I thought it was automatic. I used to think it was automatic with the steering wheel because I knew, you know how when it turns off, it's because the steering wheel turns. I thought you have to like trigger, like if you want to go left, you have to move the steering wheel a little left when you're stopped. Sense. And then the turn signal would turn on and then it would turn off when you turn it back.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It totally did.
That's like damn near what a Tesla does, I feel like. Like when you plug in your your destination and they
It
do the
should.
self-driving.
Yeah.
It does your turn signals for you. So I think that kid was ahead of his time.
Right. He invented, this is Elon Musk.
What's his kid's name? Like
XCY.
Axel or something, but it's pronounced
like letters.
like the Pythagorean theorem or something.
I don't know. Who knows?
Sucks. Okay, this one, I remember this rumor and I just remembered it now reading this. Someone told me that Tony Hawk played Darth Vader in Star Wars and I believed it for an embarrassingly long time. I remember thinking that for a period of time.
I've never heard that. Was this one of those rumors that like spread like wildfire? Do you remember? I don't even know if it's a rumor at this point, but how everyone was fixated on who got his ribs removed so he could give himself a blowy? Was it?
Well, I know Charles Manson like actually did that.
Okay, but wasn't
But
it
was
like a
somebody
basketball
else.
player or something?
It was someone like not Charles Manson.
Right.
I remember what you're
You
talking
remember
about.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Everyone fixated on it.
Yes, and then remember the one people were saying Sierra was trans?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
Like probably like middle school, like the singer Sierra. People were saying were
Really?
trans. I remember it all over MySpace.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, those and like how did those type of rumors spread without social media? I mean, the one I just said was MySpace, but
even MySpace was only a friends thing.
right, you didn't like
It wasn't
gossip on
no,
there.
and there was no explore page.
There was
It wasn't.
there weren't brands weren't on it. News wasn't on it. It was
I miss MySpace.
MySpace was so good, and you
I
fucking
miss
coded
MySpace.
your own profile.
Literally.
Like, oh, MySpace was so fucking cool.
Bracket bold bracket.
Yes. Oh my god, that made me choke.
Oh my god.
I don't know how shit was spread.
Literally word of mouth. Like
Yeah.
for it to go from middle school to middle school to middle school.
That's what's crazy. And like, I don't know, this
who
Tony
was
Hawk
it?
one.
Who was the rib
Anybody else
thing?
remember that?
I don't remember that one.
I didn't remember it until now.
Okay, a lot of these I'm just realizing I also believe.
Me too. It feels good. This
Yeah.
is validating.
Totally. This next one, I fully believed. I thought that my quote stomach was actually the entire volume of my body. Eating food would pile it all up as if putting it into a bag. When I was asked why I would drink or eat smaller foods when I was full, my reasoning was there are still cracks between all the other food I ate, so it can all fall through those gaps.
Yes.
And that's how I pictured it. And you know how when you drink cold milk, you feel it running down your body? That's how, like, it gave me the visual of when I eat, oh, that must mean that it goes everywhere.
Yes. I totally thought this too. I probably thought that until like fucking middle school, to be straight up.
Yeah. And when I started to get boobs, I remember thinking like, oh, maybe that's just like
Food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was like food going there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I think it was actually middle school that someone was like, your stomach's only like the size of like your fist or
Your
so. And I
fist.
was like,
What? How? But my burger is bigger than that.
oh, Alex, you're right.
Yeah, like we eat burritos bigger than our stomach.
So it's just staying in our intestines.
No, I think it's broken. That's why we chew and it gets broken down. And then stomach acid,
Just like immediately starts to
breaks it
turn
down. Bite by bite.
And that's why when you have stomach problems, like you're bloated because it's not breaking down.
I used to also think like if I ate a 5-pound burrito.
You gain 5 pounds?
Yep.
I don't see why that's not true.
Exactly. You can't eliminate mass.
I do not understand that either.
I don't get it.
A lot of things just boil down to magic in my head.
I just think there's science that I don't know that.
Magic.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
don't shoot the messenger.
I feel like I should know this, but why? If I eat a 5-pound burrito, where does that
Literal 5
weight
pounds
go?
go.
like quarter pounders?
I think it's ounces though, right?
What?
Burgers, aren't they like the ounce? That's what a quarter thing is. Like,
Like a quarter pounder from like
yeah, but like, isn't that they're by the ounce, the patties?
maybe, but it is a quarter pound. Like it does mass to a quarter pound. Like that's why they're called quarter pounders. From Wendy's, I think it is, right? Or Jack in the Box is a quarter pounder.
That might be McDonald's.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's McDonald's.
Let me see.
A quarter ouncer.
Well, it is only a quarter of a pound, so that does.
Oh, so the ounces can go.
Yeah.
I understand.
McDonald's quarter pounder.
Okay.
I wonder if
I
it's
got
actually a
something
quarter.
right.
Should we go get one and weigh it?
Oof.
4.25 ounces of meat.
No, you couldn't pay me to eat McDonald's. That's where I draw the line. Even if I'm drunk, I do not fuck with McDonald's.
Oh, we had McChickens Halloween.
Well, okay, but remember when I ate it, I was like, I have not had this in so long.
Yeah, I love the chicken.
And I do too. I'm not saying the flavor or anything. It's just, I think that documentary fucked me up.
Oh, probably.
The one that, and then they said that the fries stick in your stomach for 7 years or whatever. Like
gum
fries.
Oh, I don't.
McDonald's fries.
Oh, I don't deny it. Speaking of McDonald's, I don't know if I've told this story before, but my dad plays like co-ed softball, and he was going to start the next season, and he went and got his bat bag and opened it and realized that there was still a McDonald's bag in his bag from last season. And he takes it out like getting ready to throw it away, but I think he was just curious about it. So he pulled out, I think it was a burger. I want to say it was a burger, and he pulled it out and it looked brand new, but it was like hard as rock.
Right.
But no mold, no discoloring, no, like you would think it would be disintegrated at that point. A full year.
At the very least.
A full year, you would think it would be moldy. It looked brand new, but it was hard. I remember it like being hard as rock.
Yeah. Like it's dehydrated.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it looked brand new.
What is that doing in our stomachs?
Sitting there probably. I could fuck up a McChicken though.
I don't know. It freaks me out. Freaks me out a little.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm Burger King through and through.
No, I remember I had a Whopper once, and they say this happens a lot with frozen meat, but it had like, I opened it and it was the patty was gray.
Yeah.
And it had like suction cups.
Yeah.
You know, like when
I know exactly what you mean.
I don't think I've had Burger King since.
Yeah.
And this happened. I got it from, yeah, literally. I got it from the Burger King.
In Virginia Hills?
No.
Oh, I love that one.
The one next to the mall.
Oh, next to the mall. Yes.
Yeah.
By Men's Warehouse.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where we hung
Wasn't
out.
I with you when you had your first Whopper?
Yeah.
It was.
I think it was. I think you showed me my first Whopper. Thank you. I love them. You got me hooked. I love Whoppers.
Whopper over Big Mac?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't have my first Big Mac until it was actually the weekend before I moved to LA.
Really?
I was at Leanna's house and I was like, I've never had a Big Mac. So I went and got one.
I could fuck up Big Macs are so good.
And then that same day was the same day Sorry by Justin Bieber dropped.
Your shirt. Oh my God! Wait, I love how his face gets warped.
If you're on audio, I'm wearing a shirt with Justin Bieber on it.
It's a Peaches shirt.
Miss Peaches.
Miss Peaches. I get my peaches out in Georgia.
Huh. Someone said that they thought SpongeBob's parents were cookies. I thought they were too. Till right now.
Are they? No, they're sponges.
Let's see this.
They just look like, they're like, the coloring looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
I totally thought they were cookies.
But that doesn't make, they're sponges.
Wait, I just typed in SpongeBob cookies. And I was like, why is it showing me so many baked goods? Type in parents. They're sponges, though.
They're sponges.
I totally thought they were cookies.
Actually?
Absolutely.
Like, visually, yes, they do look like cookies, but
I'm not thinking about
logically,
genetics.
No.
SpongeBob.
He's a sponge.
Well, yeah, but he also talks. Anything's possible. Logic went out the window.
Right. No, I get that. Mr. Krabs' daughter is what is she?
A whale.
A whale. And
Yeah.
but isn't there a theory that he like stole her or whatever?
I don't know about the stealing thing.
Like kidnapped her?
But I know it's like
There's a theory that Mr. Krabs is a bad man.
right, and the secret formula is crab, and that's why you don't know any other crabs in the show. He's the only one because he
kills all the
kills
crabs.
them and puts them into the food for everybody else.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Nickelodeon
I
at this point
won't put anything past them.
exactly.
God damn,
They're doing it.
they're weird.
Oh my God. This is so funny. As a kid, they believed that the no minors sign outside of bars and taverns were there so that they wouldn't get coal dust inside and flash their lights at everyone.
That's so good.
It's
didn't
so
know where this was going for a sec. So valid.
They're minors.
Yeah, but that's where you need to know spelling.
Exactly. That's where spelling comes in.
But it's a kid, and it's not their fault that they
Right.
didn't know how to spell. Minors. That's really funny.
Okay, sorry, I have to say this one. It's really short. If you turn on the light in the car while driving, you'd get arrested.
Yeah.
Fully. I like even
I
to
didn't
this
break
day,
that till like 25.
Even to this day, I feel like, okay, quick.
Urgency.
I
I saw a TikTok of this guy. The caption on the TikTok was like something about, I've been waiting for this moment in parenthood or whatever. And he's in the driver's seat and he looks back at his kid and goes, make sure you turn off that light. And then he looks at the camera. It's illegal. And the kid turns it off. But yeah,
you engrave that into your kid.
My parents totally had me thinking that.
Why?
I think it was.
It is a little harder.
It's distracting.
It is distracting. It's a little harder to see. But I remember the first time maybe it wasn't like the very first time, but one of the first times I did the drive from the Bay to LA. I remember turning on the light when it was dark outside and it keeping me awake and me liking it better. I remember thinking like, oh, I could still see the road. Like my headlights are on. I could still see the road, but having the light on is like keeping me up.
Yeah, you're not in a dark room.
Right.
That the last time I drove from LA to the Bay, we did the same thing. We turned it on and I remember thinking like, is this bad? Is this bad? And
like, am I gonna get pulled over?
We drove past a cop and I was like, like act natural.
Do you remember when we drove from, I think it was on our way back from LA home, and it was on the way back from the 1975 concert in 2013 and we were in my little BMW and the back window was broken and it was first of all, it was the middle of the night and the back window was down and you know the fucking noise like for 5.5 hours,
vacuum, you guys.
For 5.5 hours we heard that sound.
This was October too, so it was like getting chilly at night, especially in the middle of California when you're on the 5, like there's wind.
Yeah.
It
was cold.
That was such a fun trip though.
That was so
I think about it a lot.
I loved that trip.
We went to the observatory, I think was the name of the thing.
In Long Beach.
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana. Yep.
And we went and saw the 1975. I think we paid like $30 for general admission ticket.
And it was on Halloween. And remember,
it was not sold out. Like
this is
I know we sound annoying saying this, but we really did like them before they got big.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
I
remember working. It was when I was working at Brandy and one of my leads, she was like just a traveling visual merchandiser and she was British. And I remember her coming to the store and it was probably like early 2013. And she was like, guys, this new band's like popping off in Manchester right now.
That's crazy.
And she was playing it and it was during an overnight. And she was playing it. And I remember that week, we listened to them on my laptop, on my bed. I was like, listen to this new artist that my boss showed me. Yeah. And we were just sitting there listening to it. And then we looked up their tour dates. Yep. And we were like, oh my God, they're going to be in LA. And we went out into the living room and asked my mom if we can go.
Yes. Oh my God, I remember this so well. It's making me so happy.
Yeah. Oh. I remember standing in the living room. My mom was on the couch and we were like,
that was a big trip for us too. We were barely 18.
Yep. And we had to
You had just turned 18.
I had just turned 18 and I was like, we could stay with your aunt.
Yep.
Remember?
Oh yeah, we stayed. Oh my God, we did.
Yep. That was our first like adult trip.
And I remember being like, oh my God, like I'm so grown.
We're driving to LA by ourselves.
Yes.
We're going to a concert on Halloween.
We said we're driving to LA. We went to Santa Ana.
Right.
Like,
right.
We stayed in Whittier. Hey, represent. I got a lot of family in Whittier.
Yeah, you do.
I have a lot of family in Whittier. It tracks.
Oh, that was a fun trip.
That was such a fun trip. And then we met those guys.
11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, Charlie and Brad. We met these
Sounds
two
like
guys.
We made them up.
Right. We didn't. They were best friends. And we were just like kicking with them at the concert and we kept in touch with them. And remember they lived in Tahoe and
Charlie did.
Charlie lived in Tahoe.
Yeah.
And when we went to Tahoe for my 19th birthday, which was the following September, we hit up Charlie and we were like, hey, do you want to come with us?
We rafting.
Yeah.
And he lost his sunglasses.
Yes. That's so funny. I still follow them.
I do too. Yeah. I see. I don't think they kick it anymore. I don't see them on each other's stories or anything.
No.
But
I think they've like moved apart. Hey, Brad and Charlie, if you're listening, we remember you.
Remember me.
Remember that concert we went to?
I remember I wore a green cargo jacket and a black and white striped Brandy
I think I still
tape.
have a picture on my Instagram of us.
You do. I know what one you're talking about. I wore a beanie too.
I wore a Brandy tank. Yeah.
Yeah, That was the uniform.
The
lore. You worked at Brandy Melville, and we went to a 1975 concert
in 2013.
We still need to watch that docuseries.
Yeah,
maybe
Brandy
we'll watch it after this.
Hellville. I'm down.
Such a silly name, by the way.
I know. I wish they did better.
That sounds like a corny haunted house.
Brandy Hellville.
This is funny. I grew up in Florida. When that's it. When the news would announce a tropical storm, I imagined tropical fruits flying around, and I asked my mom where the bananas and oranges were. I always pictured them hitting the windshield or landing in the yard, and I was disappointed but relieved to learn that's not what a tropical storm meant.
Oh my God.
Kind of makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Did you see the tornado happening right now?
No, where?
Oh my God. Let me see if it's still up. I saw it on TikTok this morning. Well, this is in Nebraska, but this is just a little one. But not little, but like wait till I show you the one.
Oh no.
So that's Nebraska right now.
Oh, that's terrifying. That's the small one.
That's the small one. And then there's this really big one. I guess they're saying a lot of like surrounding small ones all met up.
Oh,
tornado
no.
meet up.
Remember quickly meet up?
It's kind of the same. Look at that, Alex. It's that. It's the size of like 4 highways.
Oh my God. Everyone needs to get.
And this is this is Iowa, in Harlan, Iowa. If y'all are out there,
oh, please be safe.
Please stay safe. Holy fuck. But yeah, I saw this on TikTok this morning.
Oh my God. That's fucking terrifying.
I know. Are Iowa and Nebraska near each other?
I couldn't tell you. You're looking up a map.
I just typed in Iowa versus Nebraska. I don't know why I phrased it that way. World Star. But no, dude, it says it's already wrecking homes.
Oh no.
This is like fucking huge. It's like it's happening right now. This is fucking crazy. Oh yeah, okay, they're literally right next to each other.
Right next to each other.
Okay.
Oh, I hope everyone's safe. I guess this will
be in the past now, yeah.
Yeah. At least I know it's like for states like this, it's mandatory to have basements, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a standard to have a
I'd
basement.
assume.
So I hope at least people are safe.
Yeah. This just reminded me, I had a dream last night that we got a warning for the big one. I swear to God.
I hate that.
I swear on everything. And then I woke up and saw that. But we had a warning, but we were at, it kind of looked like the parking lot where our old studio was, where we did the 420 episode and like Bubba's there.
Okay.
It looked like that parking lot. And it was me, you, Leanna, a few other people. I just remember the 3 of us though. And we were looking at our phones. We're like, what do we do? Like, and we were saying like, we're in the best place right now. We're not in like downtown or somewhere where, you know, we can get hurt. We were in like a big parking lot.
Yeah.
So we just
stayed,
sat there and we waited it out. We sat in the car. All the messages were saying like, stay in your car, stay in your car.
Yeah. Isn't that the worst thing to go outside?
I think so. Probably. Yeah. Cause like the ground or something, if it like cracked.
If it like split and poles and stuff falling.
Right. And electricity.
Electricities and structures falling on you. Ugh. It actually makes me really sad. This is the last we'll talk about it, but it makes me really sad to think about like when or if this does happen. If we're out here, I would feel so fucking helpless knowing that everyone we love is in California and going through it. And we're just like,
no, stop. Because I'm going to be in LA for a week. I just hope it doesn't happen while I'm at Disneyland.
Right. Imagine. Happiest place on earth no more.
Yeah, right.
It happens everywhere but Disneyland.
They probably have some like thing built in the ground where like nothing happens.
Probably.
Well, it's magic too, so.
Right. Magic works at Disneyland only.
Yeah. Okay, this next one I absolutely believed too. I thought that in order for a song to be on the radio, the artist had to be at the radio station singing it live. That when the radio personality said they have J-Lo and NSYNC on in 5 minutes, they were lining up outside of the door to wait for their turn. 100%. I also spent a lot of time annoying my mom to swap between the 3 cool radio stations. So how I never questioned that NSYNC could be on DC and Baltimore at the same time, I do not know. I thought that, and when it would be like, what's up, Bay Area? I'm J-Lo, and you're listening to Wild 94.9. I thought she was just always there saying that.
Me too.
And I always thought it was so cool when like
I always thought like
Bay Area.
Oh, they're only in the Bay.
Me
like,
too.
They only come here.
Me too.
94.9 did 50 Cent a lot.
Oh yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
And
a lot of like Ashanti.
Yeah.
I loved Ashanti.
Me too.
One of my favorite artists growing up, female artists.
They say that her voice is used
like
a
an
lot
angel.
still. I mean, it is used a lot still on tracks.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's special.
It's a special
so,
voice. We should throw in Ashanti after this.
Ooh, and then we should watch Sean Tucker Must Die.
Okay, I actually just recently watched that.
Okay, well, we shouldn't watch it then.
We should watch Brandy Hellville.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, we're not going to Central Park today anymore, guys.
No, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, we rescheduled.
Did we tell them that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think. If not, that made 0 sense.
I feel like a lot of this makes zero sense. Okay, this is actually a really good one to end on. Short and sweet. I thought that adults knew what they were doing.
They don't.
They don't know.
I don't know.
I actually thought they knew everything.
I remember thinking like 20 was so old.
Yes.
Like,
oh my
really,
God,
really
yes.
old.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking for like few years of my life that my parents were just 30. Oh, but like 30, no more, no less.
In their 30s. I
No,
always
30.
Oh, really?
Like,
I always thought my parents were in their 30s.
I don't know why. I remember I was filling out, this is actually kind of cute. I was filling out a form for chaperone for a field trip. Phil mentioned he was down to do it, like sign me up or whatever. So they have you put like their name and then their relation to you. And I wrote, obviously like Phil. And then I wrote my stepdad. And then I said, he's 30.
Oh, but he wasn't 30.
No, not at all.
And he didn't ask for his age?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Comma, he's 30.
Just heads up. Warning.
He's 30.
He's 30.
I will never forget my parents. I went to summer camp a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad actually dropped me off at my first day of summer camp. I was probably...
Where'd you go to summer camp?
I went to the one at Dan Foley in Vallejo.
That sounds familiar.
I went to one at Dan Foley and then one at Blue Rock. But it was the one at Blue Rock that I remember. He dropped me off. It was the first day and he had to fill out forms. I could put myself back there. I was standing and he was at the front desk filling out the form and he dead ass didn't remember my birthday.
Oof.
And
I've been there. Yeah.
he looked down at me and he was like, I was probably like 7. And he was like, what's your birthday?
Oh.
And I was like, you don't remember my birthday?
Oh,
And
little you too.
Yeah.
Like Alex looks like a little peanut.
I was a little peanut.
Oh, why am I tearing up?
I was a little peanut. I have to call him after this and ask if he
Yes.
remembers dropping me off.
I'm sure it eats him alive.
Yeah. I remind him of it a lot too. And
That's good.
I remember being like, it's September 8th. And he was
Oh.
like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
thank you.
Yeah, I wrote it in.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh,
You don't remember my birthday?
summer camp, the things I do to go back.
Oh, so fun. And we used to make those bracelets.
Absolutely.
Ooh, we should go get, do you want to go get that material? It's
The
like
one that you
wire.
Yeah.
Let's go get
That'd be
it.
fun to make bracelets.
Yeah.
And then what do we do with the bracelets though?
Put them on.
You're gonna wear a bracelet?
I always wear bracelets.
But you wear like cute bracelets. You'll wear like a
Yeah.
the attitude is fully coming from because I got one in Italy and Leanna doesn't wear it.
Oh, I love bracelets
I'm projecting.
like that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it.
It's just rude.
I love like thread bracelets.
Yeah.
I love those.
What if we went? Are you know the ones they're like plastic and you weave them?
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Like not the thread ones, but they're like wire.
It's
almost. Or it's
what
like,
I'm thinking of is like straight plastic,
and then you do
almost like a weathering strip.
Yes.
Like but thin.
Yeah.
And then you go under and
you
over
weave
them
it like squares.
and then they turn into like a square thing.
Yeah, I used to make, like, snakes.
keychains and lizards.
Yeah, lizards.
And then you put the eyes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god, I wish Monica was here. She would love to do this too.
Let's go get it. There's a blick. We can go to that blick.
Blicky.
We can go get a blicky. And
Have
then,
you seen the TikTok trend that says, "What does your gun sound like?"
No.
No. And these guys will be like, "Badoo," or like, "Fuck." You haven't seen that?
No.
Different side of TikTok.
Please send it to me.
They are so funny.
Holy shit, that's hilarious.
It's like I kind of only see like in a school environment and maybe like
I
high
hate
schoolers or
that.
something. I know. Yeah, that just clicked. I mean, they're just like, "Hey, what does your gun sound like?" And then they, trends aren't funny when you explain them.
But I want to see this. This
Yeah,
sounds
like,
funny.
you get it. It's really funny. It's really funny.
Oh, I love that plan.
I'm just trying to soak up TikTok before it's gone.
Yeah. Do you got a game plan for that?
LIVIN.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it a lot.
I'm gonna miss it.
I've been
but
saving TikToks.
I think the links will just go away though.
No. You know, you can save the video.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you a lot of people are doing that. And then you know how we have Vine compilations on YouTube? We're
Yep.
gonna have TikTok compilations. We
Yep.
probably already do, but we'll have like the last
little bit of
hurrah.
them. Yeah. Start saving your TikToks. You really, like
It's
you don't want to lose.
doomsday. Take all your money out of the bank. Save your TikTok.
You don't want to lose those old recipes.
Oh, right. Write
You
them
know?
down. Write them down. And I don't know. I'm not. It is kind of crazy that it's happening. I didn't think it was going to happen. To say I didn't think it's going to happen maybe implies that I had a reason. I just hoped it wouldn't happen.
Yeah. And I think it sounded so far-fetched.
Exactly. But now I think about all the people, like all the jobs, all the businesses that like rely on TikTok. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how the industry is going to pivot. I don't know.
I hope we just get our own.
I think we will.
We're going to get our own app.
Or like
Vine or something.
Vine too, like because Elon Musk bought it out.
There's
bought
actually
out Twitter, and then Twitter owned Vine.
There is an app that I'm seeing a lot of people are already going to.
What is it?
Forget the name.
You got to let me know.
I'll let you know when I see it.
The most empty thing ever. There's this thing, but I don't know what it is.
Well, I know one already does exist, is what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people just go to Reels too.
Yeah, but it's not as fun.
It's not. Think about it. If we get the TikTok brains, the funny people on TikTok to go to something like Reels or whatever this next app is, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's all like we give it the power.
Exactly. Like the interface is ugly. The fucking
Oh my God.
notifications
I
tab.
Literally never click the notifications.
It is so bad. Why would you put everything in one
feed.
and like horizontally?
Yeah.
Like have icons at the top so you can like flip between sheets.
Yes.
Like a fucking Excel sheet. Like
Exactly.
like how, I mean, Instagram, I guess it's reverse. You have the icons at the bottom. Make it like that.
It's so I actually don't even know what it looks like because I never click on it.
Yeah. It's so stupid. Whatever.
Yeah.
See you later. Sayonara. Okay, enough rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode.
We just wanted to do something a little silly, funny, goofy.
It was Mother's Day related. I'm sure any moms listening
Can relate to
their
can you
kids doing
guys
stupid shit.
Yeah, can you send in anything that you believed
Yeah.
or if you are a mother, what's some silly shit that your kid has said?
Yes. Oh, it's so cute. They're all so cute.
Little kids. I can't wait to have a kid.
I can't wait to like have kids in our life more. Like I feel like after Orion, Carly's kid, was born, that's the first kid in almost a decade that I had been around because my niece and nephew are older now.
Yeah.
Like baby.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I haven't been around babies at all, especially being the youngest child. Like you had little cousins. You have always kind of been around the baby.
Yeah.
I have not.
No.
And it's like making me realize like, wait, I actually do really like these
I
things.
love holding babies.
They're so cute and sweet and like,
And they just
last time I saw Orion, I was like kind of going through it and like having a bad day, whatever. And I picked him up and like, I felt better.
Yeah.
Like they're regulating.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Fully.
They're magical little
Beans.
baby beans.
Okay, guys, this was really fun. Really, really fun. If you don't know, we have a Patreon. So on Friday, we want to know what you guys believed.
Please.
And we'll do a little add-on episode to this. But as always, on our Patreon, if you don't have anything to send in,
If you didn't believe anything as a kid.
right, if you were never a kid, just let us know what you're going through now as an adult, and we will give you advice always.
From a kid's perspective.
From a kid's perspective. We'll read all of your entries on Friday in a kid accent.
They're all from the same place. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you, oh my God, sorry, I just choked on my own spit. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, please rate us a whopping
5
4
stars.
3 stars.
Rate us what you think we deserve.
Yeah. But be cool.
I hope it's be chill.
I think it's gonna be nice. If you made it this far, you obviously like us
Right.
somewhat, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We love you.
Love you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.